The catastrophic event at the Black Mesa research facility changed the world forever, but for those that have only heard of the event in passing, they do not know what occurred in the facility, or even the key players that dramatically changed its outcome. Few know of the team that came in to clean up the situation. Here we explore in the lore behind the Black Operations team. After the resonance cascade brought in aliens from the border world of Zen through a tear in space, the Black Mesa facility slowly became overwhelmed by the aliens that came to their new home. Headcrabs attacked scientists in an attempt to take control of their bodies. Hound eyes wandered the halls in packs, destroying those they passed with their sound waves, and Vortigaunt's under the control of the Nylanth attempted to take control of the facility. Amongst all of this carnage, the Hazardous Environmental Combat Unit were deployed to take care of any witnesses to this catastrophic event, and for a short time, they were able to fight back the creatures, but slowly became overwhelmed as more flooded through the rifts. With their mission slowly failing, the HECU decided to abort this plan and leave the facility. With still a huge mess to clean up, a new team was brought in to cover up the disaster. Only rumoured to exist, the Black Operations team are trained government agents tasked with entering locations during a state of emergency. In this case, they were told to enter the Black Mesa research facility, kill any witnesses and survivors, and destroy the facility entirely. Unfortunately for them, they were hit with resistance from Gordon Freeman, a scientist skilled with the use of a crowbar, and Corporal Adrian Shepard, a member of the HECU, left behind after his team's evacuation. Trained at a secure facility, the Black Ops team members are comprised of both male and female assassins. Both trained in the use of high-tech equipment, their night vision goggles allow them to surprise enemies in dark locations and take them out with ease, while their hidden communicators located in their ears allow contact within the team to announce targets and confirm takedowns. To ensure their secrecy and identity, the operatives are dressed in stealthy black combat armor with a balaclava securing their faces. On some occasions, the operatives were also noted to have removed their goggles depending on the situation. In combat scenarios, the agents are trained in the use of a variety of weapons. During the Black Mesa cleanup operation, the male members were shown to use an MP5 submachine gun, while other members were shown to use an M40A1 sniper rifle, while the female operatives were shown to use a suppressed Glock 17 pistol due to their training specialized for stealth, while the males are trained more for direct conflict, using martial arts to kick and punch targets that come into close combat with them. In both genders, the operatives are given grenades. The operatives are trained well in endurance, showing the ability to move extremely fast. The females are extremely flexible, showing their skills in backflips and running away from targets that become aware of their presence. All of these actions completed in total silence, likely due to a combination of the fabric of their uniform and their movement technique. With this type of job, members of the team seem to be trained mentally to do whatever it takes to get the job done, including interrogating potential witnesses on site for more information in a brutal way, and then leaving them for death after the information has been acquired. To increase their efficiency, the agents are seemingly resistant to headshots, likely due to their uniform. In combination with their combat training, the operatives are trained in multiple vehicles and heavy weapons. They are taught to drive an M35 cargo truck to deliver large pieces of equipment and a AH-64 Apache helicopter. These models of the vehicles are also used by the HECU, and so it is presumed that the Black Ops are either trained locally to the Santiago base, where the HECU are trained, or the government simply use a similar training routine for both groups. After arriving at the facility, now on the brink of a complete takeover from the Zenian lifeforms, the team get to work with their mission. While taking out witnesses and the left behind members of the Hazardous Environmental Combat Unit, the Black Ops members were heard complaining about having to clean up the mess of the team, and so prior to the events of Black Mesa, the Black Ops team and HECU had crossed paths before, this seemingly creating a sort of rivalry between the factions, although this time, the HECU were confused on why the Black Ops team had been brought in, believing them to be there to assist their mission. This confusion from both the remaining Black Mesa personnel and the HECU made it easier for the Black Ops team to take out each person swiftly. As they worked their way through the facility, killing anything that moved past them, the Black Ops team made their way to a parking garage using an M35 cargo truck to transport a thermonuclear device into the facility. While setting up the bomb, and with multiple operatives standing guard in the parking lot, Corporal Adrian Shepard takes out the team and deactivates the bomb. With their mission looking like a failure, the G-Man appears in the garage, reactivating the bomb, securing the mission's success. Although the initial objectives of the mission was to kill all witnesses and destroy the facility, the eventual outcome came as a failure, as although members of the public were unaware of the specific events that happened at Black Mesa, the event still had a major impact on the world, resulting in the Combine taking over the planet and Xenian lifeforms shaping planet Earth as their new home. Although trained for catastrophic situations, the Black Ops team may not have been aware what they were truly fighting against. Scientists, the HECU, and aliens from another planet. I asked Resistance member if you could join the Black Ops team and embark on these unusual and bizarre missions that come with all this risk. Would you? Behind the scenes. Now, in this section, I'll be looking at everything I could find about the Black Ops. This will range from behind the scenes, theories, and cut content. I'll start with a pretty interesting one. Looking at the entity names of the guys that are on the M35 cargo truck, we can see that one is called Maxeron and the other, Jack Rockwell. This name, Jake Rockwell, is a reference to the show The Centurions, a 1986 television show about a mad scientist that seeks to conquer the Earth. In development, it looks like they took away many interesting features that I believe could have added a lot to the combat situations when encountering members of the Black Ops team. In an early model, the female assassin can be seen wielding a crossbow. Although this was removed, we can still see the crossbow quivers in their belts. I can understand why this weapon would have been taken away because the female assassins had this whole stealth build, and with the crossbow, I don't believe that you could add a suppressor and make it fit into that category. I'm pretty sure the crossbow is a one-hit kill, and so that may make the game very hard. With removed items, in the opposing force model files, the assassins were originally going to use flash grenades, which I think would have been pretty incredible. Imagine being flashed and then killed with a crossbow. That would have been impressive, but I guess it would have made the game extremely difficult. It's definitely something to think about, or it could have been something great to feature in the hard mode, give the more experienced players a challenge. There have also been some unused attack animations that have been found in the model file for the female assassins. The kick animation was taken out while in close combat, which I guess they decided that the assassin doing a backflip and running away worked better for their vision of a stealth-based entity. If playing the game in hard mode, the female Black Ops used a cloaking device to become partially invisible. This is something I never came across because I suck at games and I play on easy. Although this looks effective against players, this is bugged as other NPCs can still see the operatives and shoot at them. Another feature that was changed was that the female assassins were originally coded to fight alongside the Marines, which I believe could have given some pretty great fight sequences, although I do understand that the story wanted some separation between the two factions. Although we didn't get Black Ops soldiers in the later games, we almost got them in the form of the cut female Combine assassin in Half-Life 2. In Raising the Bar, we get a lot of information about the development of this. Originally, the model appeared very similar to the Half-Life model shown in this concept art from the AI Latham, and later adjusted to look like the Overwatch Elite. Sadly, this whole character was cut, so it looks like this character was the stepping stone to what we got, the Overwatch Elite. Now I think that the biggest thing that we missed out on was the fact that the CIA planned to send out 4 different types of units to Black Mesa to clean up the mess. Instead, we got our 2, the male and female variant. As seen in Raising the Bar, these soldiers were all completely different, and I believe that they would have completely changed the tone of the game. The first one is the Light Attack CIA soldier. The first soldier had similar characteristics to the female assassin, which we were given, but this would have been a completely different visual. Given the notes of speedy, acrobatic, and nimble, these are exactly what we got. It's also interesting to observe that this model was planned to have a super jump and the ability to karate kick targets at close range. I do prefer the assassin we got, but this would have been fantastic to fight against. The second member of the group was the Special Weapons or the CIA Assassin. This art shows us something truly incredible. Not only is the appearance unsettling, but it looks like the Special Weapons Assassin was going to be programmed to search for shadows and stalk the player, which would have been truly dynamic. Equipped with an infrared spotlight, throwing knives and a dual sniper machine gun, these guys would have been brilliant in combat. I also like how combat underwater was considered too. The third, the Special Attack or CIA Psionic Soldier. Now this one looks nuts. A psionic soldier that uses a machine strapped to its head to blast out rays through a thought cannon. I can understand why this was removed, but if we do get another game in the Half-Life universe, I do believe that we could reuse this concept with some sort of Combine technology and bring it back. I guess the Combine advisors had some sort of thought manipulation and telepathy to lift the player up and kill things, but I like this dude. The fourth and final is the Special Unit, also known as the Butcher CIA Soldier. Now this guy looks like the deadliest out of the four. The guy is equipped with deadly spinning blades. He looks like a boss battle in any game. It is a shame that as the game developed and the story started to come to life, many features were scrapped. But still, maybe in future installments in the series, we'll see something similar to these concepts. My favourite is the boss guy. Thanks to the Half-Life fandom for these snippets of information about the behind the scenes and cut content. All of this information is fascinating. Sadly, it's information that I wouldn't be able to acquire normally by diving into the game files. I do have to ask, if you could choose between the Black Ops team that we got or the really interesting 4 CIA soldiers to play against, which one would you choose? I do hope you've enjoyed this new direction that we're going in. It's a great way to dive into behind the scenes and kind of make the videos more wholesome. What do you think? Let me know. Now, enjoy your day.